What's up YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul and welcome to the first edition of Audio Talk. Now this is not going to be a tutorial video but rather a words for thought video. I'm going to be telling you things that I've been told and it should help you out. At first you might think it's silly, but when you think about it and you actually do apply what I'm telling you, it will work and it will help you out in your mixes and overall in your production skills as well. So today's first video is going to be talking about mixing tips. I'll give you a couple tips today. I got my iPad so I don't forget anything that I want to tell you guys. So basically the first tip I'm going to give you is to rest your ears. I can't stress it enough. If you've been producing for a couple hours now, take a break, because when you go ahead and start mixing your song, you're not going to do a good job. I promise you that you're not going to do a good job. Your ears need to be rested. As our brains is to think properly, you need to sleep, you need to eat properly. Well, your ears, to work properly, to mix properly, and to mix well, you got to rest your ears. So my kind of tip for you guys is always take a break before mixing. So if you've been working for a long time, take a rest, don't go to mixing, take a break, come back, and then start up your mixing again, because that way your ears don't get tired. When your ears are tired, it's constantly hears the same frequencies and you're never going to EQ properly, you're never going to compress properly, because you're just hearing the same things over and over in your head and you keep cutting it or you keep boosting it. It's not a good thing, because you're just going to muddy up or mix up your whole track and all your EQ is going to be off because your ears weren't rested. So first tip, rest your ears. It will help you in the mixes. It may sound silly at first, but trust me, rest your ears. Your mixes will sound better because you will be hearing things that you never heard before, and your ears will be able to fine-tune better than if your ears were tired. The next tip I'm going to give you is mix at lower levels. Now this is very important. A lot of people like to mix their mixes at a very loud level. Not a good thing. I know it sounds good, but when you go ahead and A/B it on different speakers, different headphones, it's not going to sound good because, well, when you mixed it, it was loud, sounded great, but now when you go take it to other places, it's not going to sound so good. If you can get your mix right and sound sonically correct at a lower volume, when you turn it up, it's going to sound perfect and it's going to sound beautiful, a lot better than you would have had been in any other mixes if you mixed it at a louder volume. So that is a really great tip. Try it. Turn down your volume. You don't have to do it too low, but don't do it too loud where everyone can hear what you're mixing. Do it low, quiet, and you'll hear the difference in your mixes when you mix at lower. Turn it up, you'll just see, oh wow, it sounds so great at a higher volume. Let me just see if I got some here. And the last tip that I want to give you, actually share with you, is to always leave headroom in your mixes. So always leave your master fader at unity gain, which is 0 decibels, and always leave about 3 to 5 decibels of headroom. So when you go ahead and master it, you leave room for the mastering engineer to bump up frequencies, make the sound a lot more compressed and higher, because when it's lower volume, you can work with it a lot better in mastering. If you speak to any mastering engineer, they always want their master level lower because they got a lot more headroom to work with. If you always leave it at flat line at 0 decibels minus negative 0.1 decibel, you're not going to leave much room for the mastering engineer, and your mastering won't sound as good as if it were sent at a lower volume. So again, leave some headroom in your mixes. That is today for the first edition of Audio Talk. Remember, Twitter at I'mAMusicMogul.com and Twitter at I'mAMusicMogul, and the website is at I'mAMusicMogul.com. Hopefully you can see that. And yeah, for more great videos, remember, rate and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon for some other great tips, guys. Talk to you soon. Later.